So I was sim racing with my pals the other day. We talked about what we did over the holidays. I told them that I attended a drunkathon, I donated to a telethon, I listened to Shaka-Con, watched Wrath-of-Con, and I also drove a pretend Lamborghini Huracan. And that brought us around to talking about Bathurst. And that's where my story of my friend Larry comes in. You see, Larry didn't take us seriously when I told him the dangers about racing at Bathurst. And as you guessed it, Larry died on the mountain. Last thing Larry told me was, you know what Amy Schumer, James Corden, and the Lamborghini have in common? They'd all be better off without an extra 40 kilos, you know. Well, let's just hope that Larry's story is a cautionary tale for those of us who are going to be racing at Bathurst this week. Let's hope we don't die on the mountain. But if Larry were with us today, he'd say, light 'em up. It's the last race of the season.
Sim Racing Alliance season. It's been a long break, and we're back.
But it's been quite a long break, and I think you, me, and everybody involved with tonight's action is super excited to get going.
So they got a straight fight the rest of the night. He's going to have to make a move. That's a Punterino.
Serious pressure from Boostra. Trying to switch on the inside. Sweeney goes on the inside for the defense. Oh my goodness, right in between.
He's going to dive to the inside of both of them. They're going to go three wide corner. And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the season finale of Season 9 of our GT3 Team Series race at Sim Racing Alliance. I'm Jess Osborne, and as usual, I'm joined by the ever-reliable superstar of Lunar Motorsports, Selena Boonstra. How are you feeling?
Hello, hello. It's wonderful to be back for the finale of the SRA GT3 Team Series, and I am feeling like I'm on cloud 9 after our race in D4, which was extravagant. But anyway, aside from that, I am looking very forward to tonight's race as it's Bathurst, and that track I love Bathurst. It's definitely my top favorite track. But anyway,
yeah, well, you deserve to feel like you're on cloud 9 after your performance last night, and you know, to start with the elevation, you're already halfway there. And yes, we're at Bathurst, one of her favorite tracks, one of the most lethal, and definitely to me. I can tell you we are in for an absolute door banger of a race tonight. Last night was chaotic, but this one's going to be even more so because we have almost double the driver participation tonight, upwards of 30. It's going to be a very full track out there.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Definitely, I feel like there's going to be a lot more action, including speaking from D4, as we only had a 17 driver turnout.
Even 20, embarrassing.
We've got 33 drivers out here today battling it out for the finale, and I have a feeling that it's going to be incredible, an incredible finale.
It definitely will be. Taking a short visit at our standings before we get going into qualifying, there are a few drivers we're definitely going to want to keep an eye on. First off, for the driver standings in overall and gold, Kelvin Lau has a healthy lead over Jared Troxclair, and judging on his practice sessions before, he has the pace to defend and win the race and secure the overall championship over Jared. And meanwhile, for silver, Matt Anastasi is within reach of catching Brandon Chan, and he actually has the pace to beat Brandon around here and take P1 silver off of him. And for the team standings, Team Mercury's drivers are both in P4 and 5. They're just off of the driver standing podium, but combined they have a narrow lead over Redwood Dinkas of Lau and Chan. And so yeah, this championship's up for grabs, and it could be up to any of the 4 drivers between those teams' performance tonight. If any one of them slips up or overperforms, it could be the difference. Definitely keep an eye out on the team standings championships here. And with that, our drivers are already out in the qualifying session with our silver drivers. And we will have hot laps coming in pretty soon.
Oh, yes, indeed. As soon as they're all finished their out laps, pretty keen to see what lap times we'll be putting out. Definitely faster than us in D4.
Yes,
for sure.
by well, not by that much. At least not the top drivers. You and Noel Maxwell. We're going super fast,
Maxwell.
getting close to 2-minute flats, and that's what I think we're going to see around here. Brandon Chan leading the charge out right now. No surprise here. I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to secure this race tonight.
Oh yeah, he's currently right on the charge to 7/10. As soon as I said that, right 7/10, 8/10, and it's just climbing, as we'll see from the rest of the drivers, just on their anchor lap, supposedly.
I think I think this is his first lap, hot lap.
Yeah, because his last was 3-minute, 57, yeah. He's lost a little bit of time, but we shall see what these lap times will be.
A modest 202 flat for Brandon Chan for his banker. Guess he can't be too mad at that. I'm sure he's going to be pushing that way down way soon.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Fire Queso already besting that, only by half a tenth. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. They're not going to be pushing too hard on, the first hot lap. The tires are still coming up.
Yeah.
Foolish to push too hard right now and wreck. That's something I would do.
Push, 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 as Jardier says.
I'm not seeing any dramatic movements on the deltas yet. Matt Anastasi, his banker, about 9/10 down on Fire Queso, is already pulling out 6/10 of that. Not even at the top of the mountain yet. Looking really fast coming into the S's, though. He just pulled out 3/10, 4/10 out of the S's.
Oh.
After the S's, that is. 3/10 net from the S's. He's really pushing down. How's it going to be forced elbow? This is already tricky. Not better, not an improvement, but still got to be real happy with 9/10 up. That's huge. Scott Smith having a similar improvement coming down the mountain. Andrew Anderson as well. And he finds more time, 2/10 out of the elbow. Got full beans for sure there. Oh, Brandon Chan just put it back up top with a 201.9, only a modest improvement over last lap.
Ooh.
Colin Dunham not far behind on the boards or on track.
Currently P3, and he's just on the first straight.
Ollie Hartman just put himself into the fray. To a 1.8. No, what noise? Don't do that. That's for our more fun streams.
Yes, indeed. No bottoms up here.
Joel Moffitt raising
Only
the bar a
down.
little bit more. By 7 thousandths, he beats out Paulie.
Oh. I have a feeling it's going to be quite competitive. But then again, I think this whole season has been competitive with
Yes.
like every single division.
Particularly D2. These boys are sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all sweating right now. I'm seeing multiple tints out of pretty much everybody's laps, including Brandon Chan, but he's invalidated.
Ooh.
Under the gun now. So, you know, does he even have much reason to sweat? Yeah, he does. Matt Anastasi gets in front of him. That'd certainly be a reason to sweat. Oh, and Andrew is pulling an Osborne. See how that happened. Might be shot for shot exactly what I did last night. Let's see.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, this is exactly what I did once. Well, except I didn't go nose first. I slid off the track, but you know. Sorry, Andrew. I don't think. Well, yeah. I think he'll have time. No, he won't. Probably gonna be it for him. Meanwhile, Matthew Higgs put himself 201.4, getting closer and closer to the 2-minute zeros. Oh, we have another victim? Or no, just Josh Damiani looks like he's tapping out. And Colin Dunham is knocking on Higgs' door.
Ooh, Matt Higgs doing a little slidey there for a second.
We must have caught it. Let's catch the replay.
Position. Oh yeah, quite sketchy for a moment.
I lost the rear end every time. Yep, I did that many times last night.
Oh.
Very scary bit of the track. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I swear I've been able to go confidently flat out through there before, but I don't know. New Go setup, it's faster, but man, I was having difficulty taming it.
Yeah, like when I was doing like my quali laps, I took like that corner like flat out like all the time, but for some odd reason during the race I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. It was interesting, but
Higgs, unsurprisingly, throwing away his lap because of that incident. That's going to leave him with no improvement here. Colin Dunham, though, in spite of what looked like a little bit of a tank slapper there on elbow, has got 3/10 up, and that's more than enough to take provisional pole off Higgs for starting in silver spots. But Paulie Hartman, he wants in too. He's 6/10 up. That's enough maybe to even beat Dunham after he does his lap. Defender Shark did not make it past elbow. I think I saw something interesting on its hood. We're going to have to take a closer look at that later. And Paulie Hartman's going to come around for the final time with huge gains in his pocket for provisional pole.
pole position.
And it looks like the last of the silvers will be Scott Smith. And he improves up to P7. I was wrong. He's not the last. Here's Joel Moffitt. He's going to find no improvement. Next up, Bailey Kish. Followed by Fredrickson. Oh, Bailey Kish says he don't care. He's practicing his pit entry. And here comes Carl with Comic Racing Altered Beast. With no improvement, can he find any in the last corner? He was goose eggs before. No, he does a repeat of his best. And that'll be it for the golds. Already our gold drivers are well underway, warming up their tires, getting ready to do their banker lap.
I'm to shine.
See Colin in the chat cheering on Paulie. Yeah, he deserves it. That was an awesome performance.
Oh yeah, very stellar run.
Oops. Right on board with Jeffries. That'll do. And now the fun begins through cutting. A little shaky on the exit. Gotten a bit more power down. Up into Reed Park. Flat out. Nearly kissing the walls on both sides. That's when you know you're doing it right. Into Solman. Over the hill through McPhillamy. And now we begin to hold our breath. Over Skyline. Into the Dipper.
And into the S's.
Through the S's.
Right to the Dipper. Smooth.
Looking confident.
Smooth. Confident coach. Love to see it.
Smooth braking, no lockups. In through Forest Elbow, early on the gas. Don't fear the wall. And onto Conrad straight. Looking like a pretty competent banker lap to me.
Oh yeah, that's 100%. And he's gaining a lot on the Conrad straight. Over a second, beautifully done on that exit out of Forest Elbow.
A GB3 says, I want to personally thank Jess for carrying my fantasy team, you legend. Thanks, GB3. I'm doing my part.
Hey, love to see it.
I'm interested to see what Kelvin Lau does for a banker. He's one of the 6 or so drivers to definitely keep an eye on, and he shows us why. Up to P3 with his banker, a 201.3, not bad. Michael Jeffries not very far behind, a 201.4. Making Grid Thieves looking good right now. Driving like he chugged a 2-liter Mountain Dew. Brushing the wall there, not invalidating his lap, but putting his Delta a little bit into the red. He might be paying for that for the rest of the lap, if he's lucky. If he's not lucky, the rest of the qualifying session. Oh, and he's losing time up the hill still.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
Got my 3 cents.
I jinxed it. Sorry.
Sorry. Poor coach. Oh, but he's actually gained a little bit of... Oh, no, as soon as I say that, it...
I see it. Yeah, it went down, and now it's going up, 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 up.
Roller coaster.
Ooh, Kelvin Lau way braver on the brakes through the S's. Gained about 0.3 there. And that made up the majority of his improvements this lap, but he's losing a bit of it now. And gaining more of it back and losing it. Not the best exit into elbows. Delta's sinking now.
That roller coaster.
Meanwhile,
It's
Wilson just lowered the bar even more, inching real close to the 2-minute knots now. And he's already improving enough to do so. John Archie rocketing out of into Forest Elbow. Not so much out of it, though. But he does have a healthy half a second in his back pocket now. Oh, not to be outdone, though, Ivan McCroat has more than a second and more than what he needs to take pole right now. And he was faster out of Murray's, and he puts himself up top by more than a tenth. John Archie with his second improvement puts himself in the top 10. P7, and he just got edged out to P8. CJ Meeks just put himself into the mix. And he's gonna round Hell's Corner and pass Guy Manperson exiting the pits. Like it didn't hold him up at all. Here comes Comic Racing Altered Beasts Eric Boardman, the multicolored Enron-looking Porsche. He had a couple. He had some time improved. Looks like he lost some of it. Now it's going to be virtually no gain this lap. Jared Seckham's found 4/10. He might be starting in the front row with this.
Yeah, Ivan isn't really gaining anything on his current lap. He's just down by 2/10 at the moment. Hasn't gained really anything.
Eric Marecki's teeny-weeny Lamborghini can get some time out of Murray's. He might be in the top 10. Just P7. Oh, and bump down to P8 by Jared Seckham. Oh, looks like Wilson might be fighting back. He's got enough time to take pole off of McCroat. He's just got to not run into the back of Landon right now. Got 3/10 in the bag. That's more than enough.
Right in that slipstream. Carrying it well, carrying it well.
I think he's got it. And McCroat is not striking back. Ooh, little loose on the exit there. That lost him about a tenth. Oh no, that did it! That lost it for him.
Whoa.
He's behind by 200ths. He's got one more go at it. Will he make it count?
Very close, very close. But now he's got to worry about Drebe's right in front of him.
He's got no room to improve.
Yeah.
Gonna be perilous.
He might be done if he gets like any more close as it is, but it's looking to be that way.
DJ Meeks was just yellow flagged and invalidated his lap. And with that, everybody is now on their last lap. Oh, another yellow flag. Wilson looks like in the S's.
Yeah, I think he just decided to opt out on that one.
Kelvin Lau about to cross the line. No improvement this time. McCroat yellow flag. No improvement for him. John Archie coming through with maybe he's on the razor's edge. He might be on the front row if he can nail the last corner.
Oh, looks like it.
Almost, but Wheeler just lowered the bar even more. 2 minute flat, 0.8. I told y'all it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Guy man
This
person
is
improving to
deep.
P20. And our last two drivers on track will be Michael Jeffries, the coach. Unfortunately, no improvement. And Eric Boardman, who does have an improvement at 2/10. That might be enough for P23. Right as, yep.
Back.
Oh no, is there some more?
Oh no! Oh no!
And that's going to close it out for our qualifying. And with all that said and done, we have 33 drivers ready to go. This is going to be a much more full grid and track tonight.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be spilled with lots of spiciness.
Not blood, maybe oil.
Yeah, oil. Definitely oil. Brain fart for a second.
Two minutes till we are rolling. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Language says, where did Nick end up? He ended up P11 in the 105 Lamborghini.
Poedroma, really happy to see McCroat and Archie at the front. What are they on your team? Or your fantasy team? This? A new addition to this livery? Whoa! Well, wait a minute. The Burger King's getting murdered by Ronald McDonald. Oh!
Well, I forgot the saying, but look it on Twitch. I see that. Speaking of spilling oil for blood.
I don't think anybody's gonna spill more oil than I did last night, though. I died 3 times, and I didn't even finish the race moving. I was serving a meatball pit.
Oh.
Something to note, our big Chili's menaces are at the back of the pack. How are they gonna cause chaos here? We are rolling. Now, I'm sure Evan and Doug will find a way, particularly Doug.
Oh yeah, 100%. They always find a way. At least at some point and somehow. But they do. Eventually. I mean, you never know. It's the mountain. They could survive, and then others may just get completely demolished by the walls, and they could be in front of quite a bit of other drivers. But we shall see.
I'm fully expecting, but definitely not hoping for a parking lot on lap 1.
Oh yeah.
It would just be so
100%.
typical.
Hoping for a clean, nice, and joyful race. I don't even know if joyful is a word, but it's a word for today.
Pleasant. So, I think this track might be contradictory to Pleasant, because I think that was the mistake I made. I made the same mistake as Andrew Anderson's friend who died. I didn't respect the mountain. I showed up thinking, I'm just here for fun. I'm just here to complete the race in one piece. I'm not gonna try too hard, and the mountain bit back. Respect the mountain.
Yeah. Respect. It's just like Sebring. Respect the bumps.
Yes.
Respect the mountain.
Best come correct.
Oh, yes. Respect the mountain, and it will respect you. Hey, it's deadly, but for me personally, even though it's deadly, I still like it. Portia's on edge, the mountain's on edge. I guess you can say I'm on edge. 100% of the time, but I enjoy Bathurst.
Whoa! We have a spaceship. Anybody see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I want to believe.
I think that Merc just said, nope, I'm out. I'm being called to the off season.
I'm seeing
the
F for
show.
CJ. Was that CJ Meeks? Oh, that could be huge.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hang on a second. Yeah, CJ Meeks. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And he's on Team Hercules. And if he's not racing, Redwood might have this.
Oh, that's
He's got to get in right now. Pause the server. Can I get a restart? Hello? Hello?
Avenge us from the 12 hours of Bathurst.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. For a finale, that is truly heartbreaking, that's for sure.
Exactly what we did not want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's back. Okay, okay. He is connected. He will unfortunately have to start from the pits, but there's nothing we can do about that. But he will be on track to earn points. Definitely keep an eye on him.
It's a lot better than not being able to get back into the server.
Yes.
Any points is good points.
And any position around here is worth points.
Yep.
One corner to go before we are racing.
For the finale of Season 9 of the SRA GT3 Team Series. Mercedes, Lamborghini, McLaren, Audi.
Good mix.
Top 4. Pretty diverse.
And we are about to be...
Everyone hold your breath.
Green, green, green. We are off and away for SRA. And we have an even, clean start for everybody in the top 5.
Coming to Hill Corner.
Ian Wheeler will maintain his P1. Or CJ Meeks. He hasn't even... now he's rolling. He's going to be so far behind. Got a lot of ground to make up.
Very good turn 1. Right there. Very nice. Despite many drivers. Very clean so far. Well done, D2.
Lots of pairs of drivers making it around side by side. Less than a tenth between a lot of them. Even at the back, they're still going too wide. And it looks like everybody's making it through unscathed and uneventfully.
Oh wait.
Oh no! I spoke too soon. Krochik before the crest, and he's pointed exactly the wrong way. Will everybody react in time? Oh, he's not returning to pits. He's stuck like a deer in the headlights. What does he do? Start the K turn. Oh no! Here comes a. Oh my goodness, that was close.
Woo.
And luckily, he is not collected. Lives to drive another lap without a meatball, hopefully.
Ooh, yeah.
That is such a shame. Alex Krochik had a very good qualifying. And his race is going to be quickly undone by that mistake.
aside from that, so far so good for a clean lap 1.
Oh,
pretty much.
Who's this? Eric Marecki going, doing an Osborne, cooking that braking zone, getting in the grass, and losing out, and choosing to dive in the pits immediately. Him and both the Porsche right behind him really pushing the edge of what would be considered a legal pit entry there.
Ooh, wow, a lot of them decide to
a lot of people are pitting. Both of the Chili's drivers are pitting. Kelvin Lau pitting. Already rolling away.
I might as well get that done and out of the way with. That's fairly considerably early.
Yes, it is. And he exits the pits right behind Alex Krochik, who's recovering from the incident we saw earlier. Nick Sand just got around Colin Dunham in Sector 1. I kind of want to see this. Oh, we just caught the moment. He drove around him. That's actually pretty damn impressive. Drove around him into cutting.
Oh.
Allen beating Carbo. Oh, Brian Anderson yellow flagged and like he lost the spot to Lance Shark, or Defender Shark, excuse me. Ooh, kissed the wall. That could have been so much worse. Oh, it could have been a lot worse. He might have just grew an extra gray hair right there.
Oh.
He didn't want to end up like his friend, does he? The fight for the race win is still on. Ian Wheeler only has 8/10 over Ivan McCroat, who is currently trying to hold off Wilson by any means necessary. Wilson looking around the outside in turn 1, not going to work there. Not where you want to be. And McCroat having to defend has cost him half a second. Wheeler's going to start driving away with it. More cars entering the pits. Troxclair, Dunham, Anastasi, Fredrickson, excuse me.
Tried to send it, but wasn't quite there enough to make the job done.
John Archie reeling them both in. It's about to become a 4-way fight if they keep this up. Meanwhile, not far behind, Jared Seckham is leading a train of, what is this, 6 drivers? Including himself? Ollie Hartman trying to take that position from him.
Ooh, yeah, that's quite a bit of a trail back there.
Not looking good for Team Mercules. CJ Meeks is a whole minute behind the race leader. Oh, is this after? This is after pitting, actually. Okay, so he's got like 30 seconds to make up. Still not great. Oh, Wilson's trying to get it done on McCroat. Looking around the outside, not going to work.
No.
Not going to work on the next corner either. Josh Damiani just got around Smith. Catch a replay for this. Oh, he just flew up his inside. Must have had a better exit combined with the toe out of elbow. Wilson still at it with McCroat, side by side in turn 2.
Round. Still not. No. Another try. John Archie right at the back end of Wilson by 6/10 actually.
all this fighting is definitely benefiting Archie and most importantly Wheeler. Pulled out another second since we last checked on McCroat. Josh Damiani just tumbled 2 positions.
Wilson's really latched on right at the back end of Ivan, just waiting for that opportunity to try to make a nice overtake, at least at some point. At the mountain, you really gotta be patient because it's like, really it's all or nothing on the mountain.
Yep.
And it's like pretty inevitable if you want to try to make an overtake on the mountain, which if you're gonna do it,
It's borderline impossible. If you get any overspeed
Yeah.
on the person in front of you, you've got 2 options. Lift or drive into the back of them.
yeah, exactly. Or if they go in deep a little bit at the cutting, there's your opportunity, but other than that, it's pretty well near impossible. And then you've just got the slipstream on the 2 straights and hope for the best if you can even get an overtake and enough speed to do that. And still not enough. Now Wilson's on the inside. Now he has that for the next corner. Right into hell corner. And he actually has fun. After a couple laps of trying to get Ivan out of the way, Wilson is now sitting comfortably in P2 with some firecrackers behind him, just waiting to pop.
Don Archie's up next. And to keep an eye on, by the way, Kelvin Lau, he's 32 seconds behind the leader, and I think he was the leader before he pit. So it's probably around the pit stop time.
He's definitely got really good pace, that's for sure. So I'm curious to see where he's going to make up after his very early pit and with the traffic up at hand.
Minutes into the race now, and our team, Kelvin Lau, our team championship, or driver championship leader, getting real close to the wall there, and is keeping his enemy that he needs to keep behind, Jared Troxclair, only by about 2 seconds right now. He's still in the wings, probably keeping Kelvin sweating, but this is where Kelvin needs to be, and this is not where Jeffries wants to be. The coach just put in the wall along with Josh Damiani. I'm not sure who was the cause or effect here. Let's catch the replay.
Oh no.
Oh, it was the coach swinging that BMW around.
Oh, and the big chungus. Oh.
And CJ Meeks yellow flagged. Oh, he didn't even make it into the S's.
No.
How did this happen? Oh, I missed.
Really?
Dang it, I missed it. How did that even happen? He didn't even make it to the. He was already losing it before the crest. That is very confusing and heartbreaking for his team championships hopes.
Oh, Matt Anastasi and Brendan Chan looking to go side by side. With Matt Anastasi having the overlap, but Brendan Chan says, no, I'm not finished today, Matt. Having that NSX power just turbo in the straights, and he, not sure who was in front of who, but Brendan Chan, if he was behind Matt, he's got that smoothly done.
I think Chan has been defending, hasn't he?
I'm not quite sure. I didn't actually look until now. But
Doug
and
Mitchell getting into the
Doug,
mix.
Yeah. Oh, goes a little bit wide, but he opts to still take the inside line, not giving up. Oh, a little bit of wiggly moment there.
Rubbing off the wall.
As he's kind of still on the inside, sticking it.
And they are somehow managing to go side by side, mostly cleanly. Matt Anastasi finally takes it back. And I guarantee you Brandon Chan is thanking his lucky stars right now for Doug Mitchell coming to be the chaos factor and holding Matt up, because Anastasi and Chan are fighting for the silver driver championship right now, with Brandon Chan having a small lead that he needs to maintain over Anastasi.
If you see an M6 behind you and you're on the straight, you're gonna have your heart in your throat 100%, because that thing flies on the straight and you are just praying that you're not gonna be stuck behind the M6 on the mountain. Probably Matt Anastasi at the moment, trying really hard to keep in front of Douglas Mitchell in that Chili's M6.
Excuse me, I think I've had it backwards. Matt Anastasi is leading the Silver Division Driver Championship, and Brandon Chan is trying to take that off of him. And Chan currently has 1 spot on him. Is that enough? No, he needs to gain 21 points. I don't think he's going to do that. Not without more work put in this race. But yeah, Matt Anastasi's definitely under the gun now. He cannot afford to slip up and lose any more points. But that might happen with Guy Manperson wrecking out at a very inopportune spot. Nope, he gets rolling ASAP. Rockstar just got around Alex Krochik. Unsurprising, Krochik hasn't pit yet. I doubt he would have been defending too hard. Evan Kim is all over Josh Damiani now. He lapped almost a whole second faster than him last lap. And all these drivers have pit. This is for position right now.
Looks like Matt Anastasi is holding up very well against Douglas Mitchell. Keeping it steady.
Oh, Evan Kim getting a big run and moves to the inside.
Whoa.
And he's going to beat him into the chase. And what's this? What was that? Was that Joel?
Well, that was Fredrickson.
Carl Fredrickson.
He just missed his braking point by the looks of it and just went wee.
Whoa, and he realized it very soon. He wasted no time ducking into the grass, did he?
No, yeah, he just absolutely sent it through there.
Must have been just a lapse of focus, maybe? Not sure.
Yeah. Tends to happen if you're not quite focused after being on the Conroad Straight for a bit.
Language says it's only been 15 minutes and all matter of things have happened already. Yes.
Yeah.
And there's more to come. Stay tuned.
Exactly. D2, everybody.
D2. Checking a little bit further up the grid. Jared Second still leading Paulie Hartman, leading Nick Sand. Nick Sand slowly falling off the back of Paulie by a 10th a lap. Paulie conversely gaining a 10th a lap on Second. This fight might heat up in a couple minutes. Allen gets to the inside of Smith, trying to beat him into chase, and it looks like it works. And job's done.
Smooth as butter.
Meanwhile, Andrew Anderson is getting into the thick of it with Evan Kim and Bailey Kish. I had a feeling Evan Kim would figure out how to throw a wrench into things no matter what. Chili's knows how to make it spicy.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Speaking of spiciness, that reminds me of the time when things got really spicy at the season opener at Hungaroring. Boy,
I don't forget
that
who you
was
are.
spicy.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Language, I don't forget who you are. I just don't want to give away your alias. Don't you want to be undercover? But yes, the ring was very spicy.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Oh, we got more. Lambo sending it up the inside of Kevin. Come on, Andrew. Do it to him. We might be 3 wide into turn 2. Landon is staring down a pair of exhaust pipes. Nowhere to go. Now he's being squeezed. But he does have the inside, and that's all he needs. And he takes the spot off Anderson. Come on, Andrew.
Slick and slick. Oh! Evan had a little bit of a wiggly moment for a second. Just it looked like to me, but oof, that was a save.
Oh, Treves nearly sending it too hard.
Oh.
Oh, Brandon Chan yellow flagged. And losing time. What happened here? Oh, he just lost the rear end. Probably too much front brake bias in the brakes. Coming to elbow. And combined with too much speed, and that rear end just went around the left and did not stop. Now he's rolling again now. Oh, Michael Jeffries might get a run on Colin Dunham, who had a poor final turn here. He's got the inside. That's where he needs to be for Hells, but no, he's not so brave on the brakes. Beckham, Hartman, and Sand still going at it, and they are catching up to John Archie by a couple tenths a lap. About to turn into a five-way fight.
Inside. Side by side with Evan. Looks like no. That M6 really has that straight line speed. Travis ducks back in with Andrew Anderson right on the tailpipes behind Travis.
They're all weaving all over. They can't decide which line they're going to take.
Yeah. It's a 4-car build up right now with Bailey Kish right 2 seconds ahead of them.
Oh my goodness, Landon Dreams finding nowhere to go with Evan Kim going a bit slowly through there, catching him by surprise, and he finds himself brushing against the wall. He'll be lucky if that's only some minor aero damage.
Yeah, that looked like a whack right to the wall.
Nearly did it again.
Ooh.
Car looking more and more unstable.
Yeah. He's absolutely sending it though. He's right still behind Evan Kim.
Ooh, Evan Kim brushing the wall again.
Yeah. A little bit of a whack at the rear fender.
That's what Landon wants to see though.
Yep. He's a happy camper if he can really stick this. Keeping right on the back end of Evan just enough to make a nice overtake. Not quite yet.
No changes this lap. Something I want to point out, Kelvin Lau, his last lap was slower than Wheeler's, and he's actually, his gap to the leader is slowly increasing. I think when the dust settles, he might not find himself in P1. Oh, Mitchell just got around Anastasi, and Anastasi striking back. Well, we got to catch replay here. What happened?
Huh.
Anastasi lifting for him? That looked really weird. Ooh, and Doug nearly losing it trying to drive around the outside of him. Andrew Anderson just got around Fredrickson. Oh, I'm too late to catch it. Damn.
Oh wow, that gap was like little between those 4 cars, and now it's like seconds with each other.
Yeah, it just exploded.
Ooh, very. Whoa, that was close by Drebes. Caught the grass a little bit too much, and that could have been a lot worse. Could have been like right into the wall, but he caught it. I save.
Jason Allen just beat out Brian Anderson. I don't want to miss that. Oh, he goes deep. Almost looked on purpose. Rigged! Rigged!
Rigged.
Meanwhile, Doug Mitchell just got around Matt Anastasi, and Evan Kim got around Bailey Kish. The Chili's team is sending it. There's that move. And they both on the straights, that big Chungus power. Just putting it down.
Absolutely sending it on those straights and right into the turn 2.
Porsche nearly getting very familiar with the wall.
Ooh. Really on the edge. Well, that's for sure. And I think the gap has actually closed. Yeah, the gap has closed back again all of a sudden. Previous lap, they were like seconds with each other. Now all of a sudden, they're like really close tenths.
Smith just got around. Oh no, Smith Pitt. Kelvin Lau still maintaining his roughly 35-second delta to the current leader. Let's check back in with the action. Kim leading Kish, leading Drebes, leading Anderson, leading Fredrickson, leading Boardman. But Kish says, I want to be the leader now.
Oh, Drebes taking a chance on that curb as well. Still makes it stick. Oh!
Or are we going to get sandwiched? No, Evan Kim is just getting squeezed out.
He's getting boxed in, yeah. Right to the grass, and he just loses a...
Oh, and we have victims. That was that man person? And the end of Sector 3 probably missed his braking zone, but we're going to check in at Carbo on the mountain. Ooh, too much tire on that curb, and the car just snapped on him.
Oh.
That was a mighty whack, too. That's going to be a lot of damage, and yeah, he immediately returns to base.
Right on the outside. Nope, not enough. Not enough willpower. Went in a little too deep into T2 and wasn't able to get that overtake done on Drebes.
Oh, Drebes once again brushing that wall.
Woo! And, now spicy with the wall.
Gonna have a hearty repair bill just for the left side of his car.
Yeah. That poor Porsche's really taking a beating. But he's really pushing that car to the max. doing everything that he can in all of his power to make sure he's in front of that M6.
Oh, Brandon Chan yellow flagged, and I'm going to catch the replay of that. Unfortunately, right as I clicked that replay, Jared Troxclair we saw just ran off the track. There comes Chan in the chase. Is he gonna... Oh, he didn't miss his braking spot. He was just rotating too much during it. And a little bit on the curb, and by all three powers combined, that says your lap isn't gonna work. And oh, the mountain claims another, Josh Damiani.
Oh.
And that's gotta hurt. And Andrew Anderson, yellow flags.
Oh no.
Oh! That could have been even worse. Could have taken some rear damage there. But it looks like he does a full spin and quickly dusts himself off to get back on track.
Now it's pretty much a battle of nearly 4 once again, but Fredrickson only 1.3 seconds behind of Drabies and Evan Kim,
who are trading spots again.
Oh, right, a little bit to the wall.
That was not pretty.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hog tie Evan's lap time right there.
Oh my!
Being separated by Drabies once again.
Brandon Chan just picked up a stop go 30.
From bad to worse.
What a brutal race this is.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, checking in with our fight for gold and P1. Kelvin Lau is still maintaining that 35, 36-ish second delta to Wheeler. So I think he's going to be scoring big points tonight, and I think he's going to have it secured. Other than that, though, all the other championship fights I mentioned to keep an eye on, I've lost track on who's fallen in and out of it. I need the audience to do the math for me. What's happening here? I need to delegate. Where are my interns?
The points. Oh. I thought Evan was going to send it for a second. Not yet.
Now, compared to the rest of the grid, Archie, Seckham, and Hartman have had a very tame fight. They're all just very politely hot lapping and staring at each other. And what's this? Wilson and Wheeler yellow flagged. They're slow and in the wall. We got to catch what happened here. Bonnet cam for Wilson.
Oh! Whoa, whoa, what happened here? What?
I'm so confused. Who lost? Was that Troxclair? We got to catch the replay again.
Drabies and Evan just like totally missed their braking
point. Oh, it's the blue McLaren. It was Wilson.
That was interesting.
The mountain demands more sacrifice. It's not appeased yet. It wants more. And this fight between Dreebs and Kim has come to a boil. They both off track.
The rear end of that portion nearly giving out. Just on the exit of the cutting. Oh, he's really clenching his teeth right now. I can guarantee you that with all that damage.
Yeah, he's feeling every second's worth of repairs of that damage. That car looks so beat up. And is fishtailing all over the place. I'm not sure how he's going to make it another half hour. Oh, and here it comes. The chickens have come to roost. Evan Kim slamming on the brakes to avoid that. Dreeb's doing well to keep it rolling and pointed mostly the right way and not get collected. But it's got to be at this point, he's got to realize something's got to give. He's got to go repair, right? Oh, now he's definitely got to go repair. He's going to get a yellow flag, and that cost Eric Boardman his lap. It's instead of flying into the barrier. Let's look at this from his point of view. Coming into elbow. Suddenly he has a Porsche in front of him going the wrong way everywhere. And no, I think he was just distracted. Meanwhile, Lau just got around Anderson. Too much happening. This fight is this race is too crazy. Barry R way too popular. You're right, language.
Oh yeah.
Kelvin Lau surviving all this, and still his gap to Wheeler about 30 seconds, 36 seconds. Wilson is going to get the inside of McCroat, who cooked it into Chase.
I'm checking a replay from lap 15 with JB's and Evan Kim, and it looks like Evan just like failed to be on the brakes early enough and just tapped JB's from behind, and they went wee right, missing both their braking points.
So
That's
unfortunate.
Yeah. That was a big front end damage for Evan.
John Carbo exiting the pits and letting our leaders filter on through. And Wheeler into the pits. Definitely want to see where he comes out in relation to Kelvin Lau. Oh, Lau's way past him. Never mind. I think he's still in for good points, though. Well into the top 10. Stefan Buckley says, my money's on the M6. That is not smart money.
Yeah, they're quite behind. Unfortunately. But still delivering the content as usual. Love to see it.
Content.
Always the content. Content and entertainment. Oh yeah.
Just over 25 minutes left to go, and pretty much everybody outside of our current top 10 has pit. Sounds about right for this stage of the race. Question is, when will the rest of these guys who are in front fighting each other blink? What are they gaining by being so close to each other? Second getting a way better launch out of the last corner. If he can do that again this next corner, he just might shake him from the slip. And it doesn't look like he will. Bon Buckley says, hurrah for the old cars. Nissan GTR for the win. I agree. If only we had one on track. Eric Boardman looked like he was momentarily yellow flagged.
Oh no.
Stefan says, only him. Hell yeah. That's one way to stand out. Landon into the pits. Certainly to repair heaps of damage.
Ooh. Yeah, he definitely would be feeling
Ooh,
that at that point.
Defender Shark yellow flagged before the crest. Slow with traffic coming up on him. This is not where he wants to be. How did this happen?
Oh no.
See the replay. Oh! He oversteered before the apex and found himself pointing straight at the wall.
Oh. That's a nippy one. That's nippy.
Gino tells me Madhouse is up by about 40-ish points in the team standings with how they're running right now. That sounds about right. With with one of the drivers, kind of out of the fight at the moment. DJ Meeks bringing up the rear. Exactly the opposite of what he was really hoping for tonight. That really burns. Just bad luck after bad luck for him.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Similar story for Brandon Chan, not having a great night tonight. Oh, and Guy Manperson doing a little pirouette. And bonk!
Ouch.
Caused this. From his point of view. Oh, unsettled the car. And I couldn't correct it.
Oh, second going
Can't
wide
relate.
into the cutting. He just lost 2 positions.
Yeah, Hartman's
From
through by
Holly
almost
and-
a second.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time after that. Just over 1 second. Now in P5 after that overdrive into the cutting.
Elvin Lau now only 32 seconds behind the leader. I think that it's pretty much confirmed now. He's actually the race leader. He should finish P1. And we got a fight brewing in the mid-pack again. Brian Anderson leading Nick Sand, leading Troxclair and Marecki. And they are slowly coming together. What was that? Was that Higgs? Tokyo drifting through there? Look at this. See this from his point of view. Get ready for it. Here it comes. Woo! That was less dramatic from his point of view, but that was like 15 degrees of slip right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's...
It was exciting.
Yeah, it was. Might as well drift. I mean, it's finale. Gotta do it in style.
I gotta get myself a stream deck or some sort of soundboard so I can play the Tokyo Drift, the song everybody knows. At least a couple seconds of it.
Yes.
Stefan just said, the mountain giveth and the mountain taketh, and you just gave me the best idea. Of course, it's too late. But if I were doing the cold opener for this race, I would have definitely taken... whomst amongst us has listened to Gorilla's Demon Days all the way through, and you remember the last track with the speaker talking about the mountain and the monkeys on it, and how the mountain was angry and woke up. I would be writing some sort of spin on that. It's like some dramatic reading in the background, but it's too late. Maybe next season. Come to Bathurst again.
Bathurst at night.
Yes, the mountain called Monkey
hope
hath spoken.
so. That would be perfect. Now that I would love. Gotta do it. If anyone's listening, gotta do it. Oh.
Well, Harry here.
Yeah.
Fight is
Marecki.
getting a lot closer. They had about 9/10 between them all, but that is quickly shrinking. Bathurst wet at night confirmed season 10. There'd be riots.
Flooded.
There'd be riots.
Yep.
I mean,
and it better
people
be
like Bathurst,
variable weather.
but like after that endurance race, I don't think people are in the mood for more of that.
Yeah, I can agree. I love my Bathurst, but that 12 full hours of wet racing, at least give us variable weather. Correctly.
Don't you just love how blinding the sun is into that corner?
Oh yeah. Oh, a little bit squirrely with the.
Yeah, Nick Sand didn't like it.
Yeah, he's probably punching the walls a little bit after that little hiccup.
And truck stars through for it.
Sure. Yep, took the opportunity. He's like, yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna easily take that. Well, like Stefan said, the mountain giveth and the mountain taketh. Anything can happen. Just have to wait and pray that someone is going to bin it at some point on the mountain, and that'll be your job to take that opportunity.
Dodge and survive.
Yep. Especially that. If it's in front of you. Then clench on to your rear end and hope for the best.
What is going on here? Oh, Defender Shark getting out of the way of our race leader, Kelvin Lau. Gracefully. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Was that Trox there? Did he just hit the wall? Your play here?
I didn't catch that. But
he did.
Nixon really, yeah,
Little
that's
shunts.
gonna hurt because Nixon is really trying to take. Oh,
Whoa.
it gets a little bit squirrely. Oh, Aaron Morecki being taken by surprise. Oh,
They tried going through wide into the exit of chase, and that just does not work.
That did not work for Nick San. Oh, that's from little hiccup to big hiccup.
That is just brutal.
Yeah.
And Eric Morecki looks... Was that Eric? Also on the outside
yeah, that
there?
was Eric Morecki.
Fender Shark into the pits. Oh, language is not happy. Did this just oh, what happened to Nick? Was Nick caught up in that? Oh yeah, he was. His last lap was invalid and took 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. My short-term memory's so bad.
Yeah. I even kind of forgot too for a second, but I don't know.
I think he slipped my mind because he got was far from the worst, wasn't he? Got off okay with that, didn't he?
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, I thought for a second Eric just... Oh! Don't tell me I just commentated curse on that.
You're psychic.
Oh.
You're psychic. Let's see from his point of view. Coming over the crest.
A lot worse than Eric.
The S's.
That could have been a lot worse. But that's damage, definitely, for that Lamborghini.
Oh! Cut it too much. John Carbo was yellow flagged, bringing in the rear. Probably letting people through, that's why. Found himself in all sorts of traffic with blue flags in his face. Ooh,
Oh,
Wheeler.
Wheeler, oh, he's really reeling in. Oh,
Higgs.
excuse me, my Higgs.
Getting real
For a moment
squirrely.
there, really getting that slipstream in check. That's a nippy one. If you really get in that slipstream and you're heading into the chase, you got to be really careful. And the least you do is just lift enough before you come into the chase, or else you're going to go whack right into the car ahead of you. Oh, and as speaking of slipstream, we just tried sending on the inside.
No.
Oh, and he gets whacked right for the call it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Let's watch it back.
Not a good day for Team Mercules today. Oh,
Brutal.
very brutal indeed.
Mountain is still not satiated.
Yep. Gotta respect the mountain. Respect it.
Jared second last lap, going ever slightly faster than Polly. This fight might still be on. They got 13 minutes to settle it.
Ooh, things are getting quite close between Evan Kim and Eric Boardman.
Yeah, they can't shake each other. Oh, Landon Dreves.
Yeah.
Parked, you know the drill. Oh, yeah, Unsettled had to take the escape road, going way too fast for how bumpy the escape road is, and teleports out. Check back in with Boardman and Kim, though.
Yeah, Eric Boardman's definitely just only a 10th behind of that Chili's M6. Oh, tries to send it, but goes a little bit too deep. Oh, right into the grass. That's definitely gonna take quite a bit of time out of his next lap time.
He's not alone in the club of drivers trying to send it around the outside there, and he's also not alone in the Venn diagram of attempts and failures is a circle, so he's still in good company. Well, Colin Dunham weaving all over, trying to keep Nick Sand behind him before coming down the mountain. Sand's all over him. Sam with fastest lap, 3/10 quicker than Dunham. And Jeffrey's not far behind. A little yellow flag for a moment. He must have hit the wall, and he hits it again.
Oh.
We got to catch the replay. Coming down the S's.
Ian took the opportunity to overtake. Oh!
We've seen this before.
Is he parking? No, coach! No! Oh, he probably got a meatball,
Back to
though.
pits.
Let's just say the mountain has been a savage tonight. Lots of action. That's for sure.
Eric's slapping the wall again.
Oh no!
And we have lost, what is this, 8 drivers now? We're down to 30 on track.
I mean, it says 29. Unless that just happened right in front of my eyes. I didn't see. So I'm seeing it right. Wow. Still quite a bit who need to pit left. Wow. I look up. Just over 9 minutes remaining.
Yep, time is
That
running
went
out.
really quickly. And definitely, since this is the finale, drivers are going to be pushing out to get in those positions, points, to beat other drivers in the championship.
Evan Kim relying on defending the inside line, and Boardman relying on the brakes, and inside line wins.
Oh, that was a good exit by Eric.
I don't think he's got enough speed to beat him to the next corner, though. He does not.
No.
Has to get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Sand has been reeling in Colin Dunham this whole time, and they're side by side for a moment. Oh, Nick Sand really wants this. He's got the pace. So last lap, they actually had identical laps. Oh, and Colin Dunham goes not wide enough to matter. That was close. Oh,
right
Jared Trox clears yellow flag, though. What happened?
That just
Oh, was that a brake failure? That had to be hardware failure. Totally missed it into the wall. That is confusing. He'll be lucky to limp home without losing more than a position or two for it. Certainly not enough.
Yeah.
Wait, good pit, right?
Yeah.
No, Truckster's already pit.
He's already pitted.
Speaking of, the pit window's only open for another 6 minutes, and our top 7 drivers have not pit yet. I'm sure they're all, or at least a few of them, are doing their mental math right now, trying to figure out exactly how many spots they're going to lose. But most importantly, Kelvin Lau is going to take pole pretty handily, I think, once Wilson and McCroat pit. Been all alone most of this race, pitting early.
Sounds like my race, lonely. But I pitted later. Eric just not wanting to let go behind Brian.
Oh, look at this overspeed, though.
He's dedicated. Oh, he's dedicated. Oh. Oh, just
Base
not
was
enough.
left around the outside, but he was not able to occupy it.
That was on the outside. Not enough. He's peeking.
Guy man-person yellow flagged elbow. Fortunately, nobody around to collect him.
Sometimes it's just you and the mountain. Nobody else.
And
Battling
Barry.
it out with them. Yep. Oh, another send. Oh, what a send!
I looked at the wrong time, sorry.
Not able. Oh,
Catch a replay for this.
that was close, but looks like Eric just was a little too deep into turn 2 and wasn't able to get the job done on Ryan.
Oh, so close.
He really sent it, carried a lot of speed, and just like, nope, not after that. Oh, but the rear fender just gets tapped right into the wall. Little funky moment. Still keeps it in check, but now we got Jared Troxclair and Matt Higgs following right behind them. So now this is a 4-car battle. Oh, more tap into that wall out of Forest Elbow.
Holly Hartman into the pits. Eric Boardman still all over Evan Kim. Like spice on chilies.
Indeed.
Ian Wheeler trying to center on the outside of Nick Sand in the final corner. Not quite going to work for him. Nick Sand's still going to have the inside line. And they're back where they started. All this fighting between Boardman and Kim, though, is inviting Andrew Anderson into the fight. They keep it up.
Yeah, every time.
A spot off them. They're getting really racy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so we got to check it back in with Wheeler and Sand, though. Wheeler's trying to sit around the outside of turn 2, and that's actually going to work out for him. He's side by side. He's going to have the inside for turn 3. I don't think there's anything Sand's going to be able to do about this. Wheeler takes it. But not far up ahead, Jared Troxler, yellow flagged. Might be a barrier here. Moving slow. His car's got to be broken. Yeah, he's driving off track. He's about to teleport out. Yep. Wilson, McCroat, and Archie, our top 3 drivers, are all pitting now. Yeah, I think they have to. And what we want to see is where Wilson comes out in relation to Kelvin Lau, who's charging around the final corner right now. I think he's going to beat them all. I think he's the race winner right now. Yeah, McCroat's still standing still. Yeah, Kelvin Lau's got this.
Oof.
Or does he? No, Wilson, by a few precious seconds, is still leading Kelvin Lau by 1 second. 0.6. That's how close this is. 0.6. Oh my goodness.
It's close. Eric Borman's really getting unhinged right now with trying to overtake Eric, but it's just excuse me, Evan Kim. It's getting pretty close, like quite a bit of times now on this lap, but just not enough each time. He's trying to overtake side by side, but just wasn't enough with that M6 engine power.
Doug Mitchell just got around the Fender Shark.
Oh, side by side, but Evan still has the inner lap, but oh,
Eric
action.
gets an almost equal exit, but not quite good enough. And Evan Kim is going to move over immediately to cover off that next corner. Andrew Anderson's got to be licking his lips right now at this.
Oh yeah, he's just waiting until somebody bends it from pushing really hard. As I say that, he was like a... he lost
What's
a little bit of time
this?
after that.
The Fender Shark looks like he lost it.
Oh! Evan and Eric both getting squirrely at the same time in the cutting, and nothing changed actually, but they both like had a wiggle worm moment coming out of the exit there. It's been a lot worse, but they survived.
Language says Boardman's going to have nightmares of the OG Chungus. Yes, he is. But you heard the marshals. Final lap now. And our top 3 drivers, P1, 2, and 3, Wilson, Lau, and McCroat, all within 1.5 seconds of each other. It's still anybody's race. Wilson has a faster best lap than Lau, so... well, if Wilson can keep his nose clean and just do that again, I think he's safe. But let's see what Kelvin Lau has to say about that. It's got to be tempting wanting to go for the race win, but he doesn't really have anything to gain by beating Wilson here, does he? Not in the championships, at least, right?
Oh,
Matt Anastasi getting around Nick Sand. That might be important points.
DJ Meeks just had...
and they just drove by him. Yeah, right before elbow.
Yeah, he just kind of lost it there. I just caught that.
Oh, and Nick Sand just lost 2 spots to Anderson and Smith. And into chase. Lau's got a bit of a run. He's going to choose the outside. Not going to work.
He takes a little bit of the grass. It's going to take a little bit of time out of his lap. It looks like Wilson has it in the bag.
That's going to seal the deal. One more corner for Wilson. And he nails it. And here comes our race winner. Followed by Kelvin Lau with the celebratory flashes. Ivan McCroat in P3. John Archie, P4. Paulie Hartman, P5. Jared second, P6.
Oh, Smith having a moment out of looks like forced elbow. Yeah, out of forced elbow. Kind of lost it somewhere.
Holly Hartman winning silver division in P5 with Matthew Higgs P2, P8 overall, and Colin Dunham P3, P9 overall. Look at these celebratory donuts. We love it, but the race is not over. We still have some drivers duking it out. Anderson 2/10 behind Matt Anastasi as they cross the line. Last lap, Fredrickson gets around Nick Sand and is going to lead this train in.
And you're really putting on defense mode. Oh wait, actually,
Evan
no,
Kim needs to hold off Eric. One more corner.
Oh.
Eric tries sending it around the outside, and an ill-fated move. Never works.
Great effort, though.
Load him up, but Andrew Anderson not quite able to take that spot off him at the end. 1/10 behind. We still got these donuts going. Keep it going. Do a flip.
Do a flip. Do another lap and do a flip. It's the mountain. Might as well.
And that is going to conclude our season finale. Congratulations to everybody who finished, namely, or firstly. But more importantly than that, I need to check, unfortunately not the website because it doesn't have the most up-to-date standings, but I know what does, the server itself. Give me just a moment and I will have the championship results. And it looks like team standings. And it looks like Team Mercules. Whoa! They clinched it by 7 points over Redwood Dinkas.
That's close. Wow.
That's for the team standings. And the driver standings, unsurprisingly, Kelvin Lau, P1, with Jared Troxclair behind by about 50 points in P2, and John Archie in P3. Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
All that out the way. Let's get some of these drivers into the booth and hear their thoughts about this race and the championship. Start with our race. No, this hasn't been updated. Mount Panorama points have not been added to the website I'm looking at yet. Probably the server's not ticked over. Ooh. I need the points now.
We need it now. I need it.
Who do you want to get in here first? Yeah, sorry for the fake news language.
Do you want to grab our race winner?
Get him in here.
If he's in here, Wilson. If not, we can Oh yeah, he's in here. All right.
I see him in D2.
Yeah. D2. There we go.
Andrew Wilson.
Lots of fun.
Hey, welcome to the booth. We just joined you. You're live on air. Congratulations, man. How you feeling?
Pretty good for the first SRA win. So I'm super happy. And Kelvin really, he really gave me a scare there at the end. So it was a good race with him there.
That must have been the pretty much the only action Kelvin Lau had all race. He pit really early, got out of y'all's way. I thought he was going to win. I thought he was going to beat y'all, but I had the math all wrong. I was really surprised to see him come out right behind you, and you did a good job keeping him behind you for the remainder of the race.
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking because at the end there I was pitting, and for whatever reason, as I was going up in the pit box, it just dropped me again. So I was wasting valuable time. And I was like, this cannot be happening. But eventually, I got out and I saw him. He was like 1.2 seconds and getting a run on me there. So it was nerve-wracking, and then having to get my tires to heat up that lap as he's hunting me down. So, yeah, it was really nerve-wracking at the end.
Yeah, I bet.
Were you expecting a strong performance tonight, or was this a surprise to you?
Yeah. Actually, no. I had a feeling about this one. Like maybe this was my chance to get the first one. So it turned out to be the truth. So super happy with that.
Awesome. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Or you want to thank for the success?
I believe Kelvin won the championship, so just congrats to him, and shout out to all my buddies at Champion Motorsports.
Yes, indeed. I just refreshed ACCSM, and after the points are calculated, he is still our driver's championship champion.
Well, congrats to him.
We'll talk to him soon, though. Congrats to you for your win.
Thank you, and thank you guys for all the casting you guys do for these races. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. You plan on returning next season, right?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, give us more to show.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, see you guys next season.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, who is next? How about our silver finish, our P2 finisher, and our driver standing champion, Kelvin Lau? Why don't we get him in here?
Yes.
Kelvin Lau, welcome to the booth, man. Congratulations on the really strong finish in P2 tonight, and you've won the driver standings.
Yo,
Woo-hoo!
thank you. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the last lap because
We did. We couldn't take our eyes off.
We did.
intense for me. I really, really wanted the W. I actually I qualified on the same set of tires I did in the little practice thing, and I screwed up. I couldn't get any grip on my tires. It felt so bad because I spun around on purpose, and I loaded the same tires, and so I botched quali like super bad.
Oh no, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, I think I reloaded the same setup with the same tire. But I knew like Brandon and I really wanted the team ship, so we were just like scheming to see like what we could do. And we wanted to go aggressive, so we both pit like lap 1. And then I don't know what happened in the front of the pack because I was like so far behind. I knew looking at the track map that like Ian, Ivan, Andrew, and them, they were like quite a bit ahead. So I was just kind of minding my own business. And yeah, I don't know. It came down to the end, and I really wanted that W. And actually, let me give a shout out to Jared, and I'm not sure who finished P3 in the championship.
In which team or drivers?
Drivers.
I will tell you. John Archie.
John Archie, my local boy.
By 19 points off of Jared.
Oh, yeah. Congrats to those guys. And I don't know if we won the team championship.
I can tell you that too. So yeah, in spite of Brandon Chan not having the best race tonight, Team Hercules had an even worse one. So your team, at least according to ACCSM, y'all won Madhouse Racing Redwood Dinkas by about 40 points. Congrats!
Let's go.
You are the driver champ, and your team won.
Good. Yeah, man, dude, that's crazy. I don't know if Brandon's listening, but damn, congrats to all of us for just making it through. This was probably one of the toughest seasons in terms of tracks that I've participated in.
No, I'm going to go ahead and get him in here to celebrate.
Yeah.
Brandon Chan, welcome to the booth.
Hello.
Not so much congratulations on tonight. I'm sure it was painful for you, but the season, y'all have won the team standings. Madhouse Racing Redwood Dinkas is our constructor champions. Let's go!
Thank you for the carry.
Man, we
honestly,
picked that up second half of the season.
Yeah, honestly, for me personally, it was quite a struggle. But
yeah, it was a bit of a meme for us to take the Honda. I knew I was going to take the Honda even before the BOP was announced. I didn't even know they were doing BOP, so I wanted to just drive the Honda. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brandon just fell into my lap as a teammate.
Yeah, just wanted to try something fun. I honestly was not expecting that we would win a championship.
Hey, something Sometimes good things
Yeah,
just fall in your lap.
the highs are highs and the lows are lows sometimes, but
Yes.
damn,
I,
that was
you got a little bit of both.
Yeah. Would have been nice if we could take everything actually in D2, but yeah, I just struggled today. But
you put in a lot of practice for this, or what?
Unfortunately, no. So I only got myself to blame.
No worries. There's always next season to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you and me had very similar races then.
Oh, what happened to you?
Outcomes. Oh, I wrecked like 3 times and I finished close to last, and in spite of that, team champions.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, there's a plus there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, congratulations to you both. I'm looking forward to seeing you both next season. Do y'all want any final words for us before we let you go?
Calvin, you want to say something first? No?
Well, I guess firstly, thank you for the stream consistently week over week. You guys always put on a ghost show for us. Yeah, I think as the community, we really love watching that back. And yeah, thank you guys for just being there the entire 8 races and races for yourselves as well. So
thanks, man.
yeah,
It's our pleasure.
Thanks to Jess and Selena.
Yeah, watching back on the race, it's been really enjoyable. A lot of highlight moments too.
Oh yes.
That's for sure.
Alrighty. Well, appreciate you both. We will see y'all next season. Go ahead. Sorry.
Quick shout out to my girlfriend who's been really supportive of me doing this. I know last season I might have forgotten something.
No.
Mentioning her.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna make it up now, even though. Yeah.
At least you got win.
Yeah,
you got something to show for it, right?
Yep. Championship for her.
Well, if you
Hell yeah, brother.
Pray you don't get promoted and get to repeat it in D2 next season. See you then.
Well, yeah, thank you. We'll see what happens. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you all.
Of course.
All right, now who is? Talk to anybody? I don't want to get.
Yeah.
I want to talk about tonight. Had a middling race tonight as well. Finished in the team standings. I mean, driver standings. He's P4. So not bad at all for him. But I think since we've talked to Lau, we've talked to our team standing championship winner. Now I want to talk to our top 3 in the driver standings. So we already talked to Kelvin. Let's get Jared Troxclair in here. He is our P2 finisher overall in the individual standings.
Yeah.
There he is. Jared Troxclair, welcome to the booth, man. Congratulations on an okay survived race and securing P2 in the driver standings overall.
I don't know if it was an okay survived the race. When I crashed, I kind of just knew that my drive race was a P7, so I was like, I can't really do much from here, so I'm just gonna.
You're right. I was looking at the wrong
return to the
number.
garage.
This is literally your drop race here. Yeah, you got 23
This is gonna be
points.
my drop race, so, yeah, I had a P7 in the bag, so I got into this race. I was like, it's okay if I die. The only thing that's gonna get hurt is my SR rating.
Well, it worked out for you. In spite of not netting any points tonight. And your next competition, John Archie, he gained 30 points or so over his past drop race, and it was not enough to take it off of you. He's still 20 points behind.
Yeah, after Laguna that night, we were all just sitting in a voice call. We were like, I was doing the math real quick, and I was like, no matter what, I don't lose any position. I can only gain, but that was only if like Kelvin either crashed out or I had won and had like a margin of like 60 something or like that. So it was kind of just like a race to race at this point. It was kind of just see what happens. But yeah,
Well, I think he could have moved up on you in the standings if he literally won the race.
Yeah. I think that was like part of the math. I was like, the only way I lose is if somebody wins out, and I was like, that's a big ask at Bathurst. So it was like, I was pretty okay going into it, but I did want to win. Unfortunately, my talent and luck dried out on me in the last few minutes of the race.
Well, it's been serving you pretty well this season. You've been pretty much Mr. Consistent, consistently scoring between 70 and 80 something points, and one P3 finish.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself for that. The last few seasons I've been struggling for finding that consistency throughout the season. I'd have good races here and there, but then I'd have a lot of real sloppy races where I wouldn't do as good as I know I should have at that race. So it was nice to finally get a full season where I could just have consistent running and all that, and trying to make that push into D1 next season. So hopefully I can lock it in the off season with the hot laps.
Might be coming at you quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm excited. Hopefully I can make that transition up there next season.
Anybody you want to shout out or any parting words before we let you go?
I guess I'll shout out Kelvin, even though he probably's got enough attention. Me and Kelvin go back. We didn't realize this, but we go back to sim racing buddies for like a couple years ago. We were under different names. Now we're using actual human like names, not gamer tags.
Yeah.
We realized that we had been racing with each other for quite a few years now, so it's kind of nice to reconnect with him and battle with him pseudo-ly throughout the season. So
That's
real
awesome.
shout out to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was real exciting to hear that out. And he was, for some reason he was fangirling over me, and I was like, I'm just little old me. I'm not nothing too spectacular. So it was real nice this season. Very happy about everything that's happened, whether it was on the track or off the track. It was real fun.
Glad to hear that, man. We're gonna see you for season 10, right? Well, yeah, you've already said you're gonna keep up the consistency.
Barring any extreme lifestyle changes, I will be racing season 10 and probably the seasons that come after that. So
Same car?
Nice.
Maybe. I think I'm gonna drive a couple of the other cars. I want to get faster with more cars because I kind of just turned into a one-hit wonder during patches. Last patch it was me and the BMW, the M4 and 1.8. This patch it was me and the 720S. So I'd like to get more consistent with other cars and get back up to the speed that I can do in this McLaren. So I'll be trying to do that over the off season. And if I find a car that I like that I can compete at a high level like I can with the McLaren, I'll probably consider swapping.
Sounds like a plan. Alrighty then. Well, congratulations again on your P2 overall finish in the driver standings, and good luck to you next season.
Thank you guys for doing all this every week in, week out. I really appreciate it, all the content that you guys create with these races.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, and now let's find John Archie, our P3 finisher in the driver standings overall. There he is. John Archie, welcome to the booth. Congratulations, you are P3 in the driver standings. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good about it. It was a pretty consistent race out there, and yeah, happy to finish at the top near the end of it. I was kind of hoping I'd jump Troxclair, but he had such a consistent
Pretty
season.
close.
Really hard to beat there. His drop race, I think, was like a P7 or something.
Yeah, he's been Mr. Consistent. And actually, so have you. This, though, tonight was one of your better finishes. 85 points, not bad. And it looks like it was... if it were any closer between you and Wheeler... if Wheeler had much better race, he could have gotten back at you. But yeah, you did exactly what you needed to stay on the podium tonight. And yeah, your one drop race wasn't even that bad. So I think you've been Mr. Consistent this season more than anybody else, actually.
Oh, well, thank you. That's true. But yeah, it was a super fun season. The Audi was definitely tested me this season with its tail happy rear end. But yeah, it was super fun.
Been harder to drive?
A little bit, especially at like Laguna, where it's super hot and the rears just were chewing up. I had to throw it all the way up in like TC3 for that race, where usually you're like TC1 or TC0 sometimes. But yeah, it was a super fun car to get used to. Never really drove it too much before this.
Really?
So yeah, it was fun to.
Pretty impressive then, man. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, fantastic job.
we'll see which car we'll be leaning towards next year. Maybe the Porsche. Make the commenters happy. We'll see.
Yes.
Oh yes, I like the sound of that.
But yeah,
So will your
I'm
fans.
I'm still not sold on it. Maybe the NSX, or I don't know. We'll see. Something kind of oddball-y.
Looking forward to seeing what you end up picking. Do you have anybody to shout out or any parting words?
No, just thanks to GRR. They've always helped with setups and stuff, and also Dan Cran and Koa for some tips trickling down into D2 from the D1 boys. They've been super helpful, and Dan hooking up some tunes. So yeah, thanks to those guys.
Awesome.
And Jared, he was kind of my teammate, defense mate there for a while, kind of holding back the traffic when I was a little slow at the beginning of the race. So thanks to Jared Sacombe helping me out a little bit.
That's pretty funny.
No, not the dirty, but just, I had a buffer car, which was nice to have a friend behind you.
I would be shouting out Bailey Kish. He was in the thick of this race with a bunch of people. I'm sure he's smoking a cigarette right now.
I heard he was busy, but I didn't hear or see how much he was battling back there.
It was a lot. But yeah, after the dust is settled for you and him this race, y'all are P6 in the team standings. Wait, no, wrong website.
I think you're about right around there somewhere. Team standings.
Yeah, y'all are still P6.
Yeah, it was a solid result. I think Bailey wasn't super happy with the Audi for most of the season, but
finally made it. You get to switch now.
Yeah, exactly. The end is here.
Well, congrats to you both on the pretty solid season. Looking forward to seeing y'all next.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks for commentating, guys. Look forward to watching it later.
Enjoy. See ya.
All right. See ya.
Talk to you later. Bye.
And of course, the last thing I have to do is give a huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And To Go Setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link in our Discord to take your drive to the next level. And with that, Selena, do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, I guess to have it on the end note, it's been an incredible season. Speaking on behalf of D2 and D4 as well, our race, and it's been an incredible season, honestly. The content being rolled out, from D4, just all the divisions, everyone did a really good job, the effort, everything. But for tonight's race, fantastic race, fantastic everything. And also huge shout out to our admins for putting all of everything,
yes,
the guts and glory of SRA all together for us, which has been amazing. And yeah, looking forward to the next season.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Every season is bigger and better than the last. I want to say thank you to our stewards for keeping us all honest. Thank you to Al Tufo for keeping all the tech running and all the servers alive and well. Thank all of the rest of my peers in the commentator booth for broadcasting these for our drivers and their friends. And meanwhile, side note, I want to put out a note. Any of our community members, if you're interested in joining the commentator booth to host or just commentate, give me a ring. And of course, we're needing volunteers for other spots as well. And if you want to participate in any capacity, probably starting with driving, check out our Discord, discord.gg/simracingalliance. now's the time. If you've been interested, you've just been watching from sidelines. Now's the time to get the cogs turning and get ready for season 10. It'll be here sooner
Yes.
than you think.
Oh yeah, it'll be coming around the corner very quickly.
And shout out Paulie for that awesome ad read that he wrote, right? What's up,
Intruder
guys?
alert. Intruder alert.
Intruder.
Hey, Polly. Man, you
What's
had a
up,
hectic
guys?
as hell race, man.
Hey.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I put myself in the damn cooldown. I wanted to be put up here so bad. I've been wanting to get interviewed for so long, but that was a class win for me. But I just wanted to come up here and say thank you guys for doing the streams. Like, it's been fantastic every season. And shout out to my parents who watch every single stream. So you got two really big fans watching right
Awesome.
above me. So
Oh, that's awesome.
but you guys do a fantastic job, and I'm extremely excited for next season and racing with you guys.
Looking forward to
Yeah.
it too. Though, wait, are you saying that you're going to be demoted to D3 and we're going to be promoted to D3 and we're going to be racing? What?
It's a possibility.
Oh God.
It's a possibility. I was on the cusp. If you saw the season intro, like the reveal stream, I had to dance for my spot in D2 to Billy Joel. So it's a possibility that they just demote me because of that. But I might have to up the ante again for next stream. Get a crazier dance in. But
Gonna take a big
Yeah,
swing.
I mean, you never know.
But yeah, congratulations on the silver win, man. And thanks for reminding me. I should have. Matt Anastasi were even in dragging him in because he's champion overall.
Oh, shoot.
I'm once again.
I'm looking for you. Boom. Oh, I have it pulled up. It is. Yeah, Matt Anastasi by 31 points over Brandon Chan.
Oh, yeah, you're right. P9 overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you're out there listening right now, but congratulations to you. But yeah, back to you, Paulie. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Did you say this was your first silver division win this season?
You know what? This is my first win really in SRA ever. I don't know if I quite count it as a win.
It does.
But it's a class
Division
win.
wins count.
So
Yeah.
I kind of, it's kind of a win. But I'll take it. This is my best race probably since season 2. I've really struggled to stay competitive in D2, and this was huge for me to actually come out with a class win here. P5 overall. I did not expect that. I'm sure you guys had me, Archie, and Jared up on the stream quite a bit because we were
Yes, we did.
3 tenths and ducks in a row going up the mountain. It was pretty crazy, and we just stayed in line the entire time. And when Jared kind of walked out on the uphill section and I got past him, started making little mistakes and kind of fell off of Archie, so it really could have been a P4, depending. But Archie had a very clean race too, so yeah, super stoked for this race. Honestly, I didn't even go that hard on practice, so maybe if I actually put my mind to it and be in the booth for real, so putting myself in for next season, I hope I can do that. But yeah, super stoked for this race, and it was the silver pole as well, so did not expect that. I thought that the grid was actually going to be a lot faster than it was. I was like, oh no, dude, I'm going to be in 23rd. This is terrible.
Yeah,
I'm getting
according
low 201s.
to the seasonal leaderboards, they were going real fast. I too was actually expecting a little bit closer to 2-minute flats.
Yeah,
from more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected most of the golds to be in at least the low 201s or 2 flats, and maybe even 1 or 2 people hitting the super low 2 flats or even the sub 2. But yeah, it just kind of worked out. Had only one really decent lap and had kept it up there. I kept expecting everyone to come in on the last lap and just chip my time away, but wound up being a P8 qualifying overall. And that's pretty good too. And I just stuck it behind Jared, let everyone crash out in front of me, and just kept her on the track from there. Easier said than done too.
But yeah, sometimes it's all it takes, though.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, P5, very crazy.
Yeah, top 5. Very good finish.
Hey, and you know what? Shout out to all the haters, Doug.
The haters, the losers.
Doug actually went into the Champion Motorsports Discord when he out-qualified me at the Laguna Seca practice race, and he was going, "Ha ha, Paulie, I out-qualified you."
No, toxic.
He did. It is so toxic.
That's got to be against the server regulations or something. We got to sanction this dude.
I'm gonna start making a rule book just for this guy. He comes in, causes trouble, and leaves.
Menace in Discord, a menace on track.
We're gonna have to put a kibosh. Yep. It was all those Margaritas that he's been drinking and driving.
Definitely.
So he needs to probably cut back on that. That and the sizzling apps. The sizzling apps.
I blame Chili's. I lay all this responsibility at the feet of Chili's. They sign these reckless drivers. They pump them full of margaritas, and then look at what happens.
And GMOs and all the salt in the food. It's making people go crazy. So just kidding. I absolutely love Chili's. Sponsor me, but that Doug. But yeah, definitely looking forward to another season, and very very glad to be up in the booth. I hope that you will see me in the booth more next season. I planned on coming in this season, but that just didn't work out. I've been too busy, so I'm gonna try to make some time for the booth because I absolutely love it up here, and I love you guys. So, and you know what? I also got a fast computer now.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Polly host?
Maybe as a backup host. I don't know.
Okay. Talk to me later.
I know that. Yeah. We'll have a discussion. But I got an i9, so we bullin'. But and dual screens too.
Excellent.
So really, I'm completely set up. All I need is decent internet now. But
that's a big blocker.
That's important. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys go. I'll get out of your hair. But I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.
Yeah, man. Congrats, and appreciate you. We'll see you in season 10.
Yes, sir. Adios.
Yeah. See ya.